Who am I? Well, you could get quite philosophical with that, couldn't you?
Good.
I'm Jamie. I'm the lead singer of the rock band Tigercub.
Was the say the big adventure for this year, you guys?
At the time of recording this, we're sort of gearing off to go on a US tour that starts with the sort of the festival that happens on a cruise. It's called Shipwrecked. We're going to do that around the Bahamas. Um, for like about a week and a half, and then we jump on tour supporting Porno for Pyros, who are wicked, and we can't wait. We can't wait to just watch them every night because they're amazing. And then there's just so much more going on, you know, release wise, loads of exciting things in the pipeline.
Is it the re-release of Show Me My Maker?
That's a really exciting thing. Having Stone get hold of the stems and work with his buddy Josh and like rework Show Me My Maker and present his vision of that song and it's amazing. I'm so happy with like how it turned out. It sounds absolutely class. So
So
that's going to be released,
I am
which is
curious, like how did that kind of like collaboration happen? Did he just like
well,
knock on the door and was like, "Hey, I want to jump in on some of this"?
yeah, kind of that. A couple of years ago, we kind of got like an email out of the blue from his record label, Loose Groove Records, and then before we knew it, like Pearl Jam were tweeting about Tiger Cub, saying sign Loose Groove Records. So we ended up signing to Loose Groove Records, and we released the Perfume of Decay on that record label. And like throughout meeting Stone and Billie Jean and Regan at the label, we just sort of slowly developed this like just really nice creative relationship. And it's quite collaborative on, you know, uh, people's visions for how to release a record and stuff. We all just get on well. And yeah, man, I just started getting to know Stone a little bit more, and we started talking. And he's such a like generous supporter of the band, and he really sees so much value in like what we do and what I do as a songwriter. He, I don't know, it just sort of organically came up that like he should be involved. You know, we're talking about could we get someone to sort of guest on the record, or who can we involve to collaborate? And eventually he was just like, look, man, I'd really like to have a go at just like re-envisioning this track and just putting my stamp on it and, you know, doing it that way rather than just a straight up like guest appearance, just him playing like guitar. Because he says he's not a shredder, but I know he would have done something great if he'd have like just been like a featured artist on the record. But you know, he chose to just fully get involved and reimagine everything. So, you know, he just went with the flow. You know, I had faith, and he absolutely knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. I think it sounds great.
Oh gosh, I just the idea of just him being like, "Yeah, I want to just pop on and say a few things on
Mhm.
there and say my piece," and I'm like, that just sounds so insane just to have that kind of opportunity. And the fact that Pearl Jam was just like, "Hey, we want you on this record label, just sign in."
Yeah,
That's
it was so crazy, man. It was like it's like stuff dreams are made of, you know, just getting picked out of thin air like that, and just being like visible, seen, recognized in that way, and then to have all of the people who admire what Pearl Jam do suddenly take notice of what Tigercub does as well, and the new supporters and fans and friends we picked up through that whole community that they have, because Pearl Jam are really, really in touch with their fans, and they have like an amazing fan community. So you know, all of a sudden, that type community was like welcoming us into the fold as well, and it's absolutely rad. I wish everyone could know what that feels like. You know, like recognition from like, you know, I don't think I could call them peers, but like recognition from like other artists is like it's such like high praise, you know, it's so fulfilling to get that. So fuck me. It's just great. Pinch me. I'm dreaming. So good.
it's still such a cool experience just to know that like someone higher up is like giving you that moment of like, hey, like your shit. And honestly,
Yeah.
this album is amazing. It's super like I've been enjoying this, and I've been familiar with you guys for a little bit, so I hadn't had a chance to even listen to this new album yet. So to be able to like
Mm.
fully listen to it from start to end, it's amazing. And then
Oh, it's right.
now knowing that we're gonna get this little bit of a remix to it, it's gonna be cool
Hmm.
for everybody else to see and hear. Is there gonna be any video for music video for this or?
Yes. Harry, who did the original video for "Show Me My Maker," has done like a sort of remix from so using some of the footage that didn't make it in the final cut. So there'll be there'll be a music video with it, the works. All we need to do now is convince Stone to play some shows with us, and
Oh,
we've got the full package. You know,
shit, that would be amazing. And
that'll be great.
and you guys are going to be on tour with Porno for Pyro, which is their farewell tour.
Hmm.
How exciting is that for you guys for that?
So exciting. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a big fan of Porno for Pyros. I'm a big fan of Jane's Addiction, and just like everything that Perry Farrell's done just for like the music industry in general, amongst other things. Like he's such a like huge activist as well, and like yeah, just that whole band. It's just a murderer's row of talent. With like Mike Watt, I've heard is going to be playing bass for it. It's god damn, that's going to be an education watching those guys play every night. So in itself, just as a fan, that's going to be an amazing trip. And then we get to absolutely lay waste to their fan base and deafen them all with riffs. It's going to be great. Yeah, we
Yeah.
always love it. Every time we get a chance to come back to the States and tour and see different places, we always really savor it.
So, we're talking now. Before the tour, definitely would love to catch you back in Detroit because you guys are going to be here on the 27th. Love to see
Yeah, is it
what you're.
the
What?
Fillmore we're doing something in
Yes.
Detroit?
Yeah, you guys will be on tour with the Pyros at the Fillmore. Yeah. What I do is I have these little conversation cards of just fun ways to get people to know you on a different level.
Mm,
Um, and
nice.
the first one I have on here was what's the best compliment a stranger has ever given you?
What's the best compliment a stranger has ever given me? Good question. Um, when I was younger, I used to look a little bit androgynous, and I would get mistaken for a girl a lot. I guess that's sort of somewhat of a compliment. I would always like it when I get mistaken for a girl. So I'm gonna go with that. Being mistaken for a girl is really nice. I know I'm gonna think of a much better one, like as soon as this interview's over, which is really frustrating.
Here, what's okay? And unfortunately, no one has forgotten about the time I blank.
No one has forgotten about the time I blank. No one has forgotten about the time I. Oh, these questions are so hard. I wish
This
I
one
had
could
them in
be fun.
advance.
I know.
I've forgotten about the time I. What's it gonna be? What's the confession gonna be? How dark do I go? Okay, I got one. On our first, well, this is the band have never forgotten about the time I repeatedly said "Danke schön," which is thank you in German, to a Dutch audience, who were just growing more and more restless every time we'd end a song and I'd be like "Danke schön," because I was just so tired from this like European tour that we'd done, and in the end, the entire audience at this venue in Netherlands called it's in Utrecht. I think it's called Tivoli. They're all just like trolling us to bits, and I was getting absolutely destroyed in the thread. Just like, dear Tigercub, you are here. I think there's, yeah, that's my one. It's not really that good, but
Oh,
it's a
it's
one.
good. I mean, to constantly be saying the wrong language, it'd be just saying like it's like the equivalent
Just
of saying, um,
totally, man. Well, like there's just a little bit of like not like bad blood or anything, but I mean, especially in England, like towns that are right next to each other just have a rivalry, and I think there's something of a rivalry between, Netherlands and German people or whatever. Nothing bad,
just
but there's stuff there. So the fact that I was doing it was just rubbing them up the wrong way. Yeah, it sucked, and everyone always takes the piss out of me for it to this day.
now the
Dankeschön,
question
gay.
now the question of the day is, do you still go back there and say the same thing? Just mess with
Well,
people.
well, this is it. I don't know. I think I'm too like daft and too silly to ever, for the crowd to get that I was being ironic about it. They'd just be like, he's done it again. He's done it again. No, I remember last time we did play Netherlands, Jim and Jalix were both like, remember, it's thank you well, not Dankeschön. Which is like, to be fair, if you are on a European tour and you're playing Italy, Switzerland, Spain, France, Germany, Denmark, and Belgium, which is Flemish, although they do kind of speak English there. Everyone speaks English, so just say thank you, I guess. Who knows?
I think a big kind of a kick-ass move would be is having a limited poster just exclusively for them as a thank shot
Just
on
thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
That would be amazing. I don't think many people will buy it, but it would be it
that's
would
why
be
it's limited. It's only like X amount.
limited to zero.
Well, it's your
Yeah,
friends.
man.
I
You
don't know.
should
I
do
would
that.
I would buy one just for the shits of it all.
Yeah,
Here.
man.
Um, we'll do this. We'll do this one. I'm the minority, but I believe blank.
Oh,
I'm
that
in the
is
minority.
bait. That is
Yes.
such bait. That is
Yes, it
such bait.
is.
Okay, I got one.
All right.
In the UK, at least, this is UK specific.
Okay.
I'm in the minority, but I love U2, the band. They get so much unnecessary hate in England, some necessary, um, but everyone just quotes them off as if they're some, you know, nothing pop band over here. And because of Bono's like exploits as an activist and doing silly things like flying his favorite trilby, you know, privately country to country. Maybe there's some tax stuff in there as well, but everyone's so quick to judge. And I'm like, man, you got to listen to Boy, you got to listen to War, Joshua Tree, Actung Baby.
Us.
There's loads more. All that you can't leave behind. It's good. Just like stop crying and just listen to the good music and just accept that it's fine.
You have this new remix happening, and then you're gonna be on tour with Porno for Pyro, and then you're gonna be on
Mm-hmm.
a cruise for seven
Mm-hmm.
days.
God
Um,
damn it.
and then trying to think what else. Uh, your album's already been out for almost a year.
Almost.
Almost. What was it? June 2nd, if I remember right?
Yes. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And with all that being said, my favorite part of the day where I get to ask you, where can we find you?
Where can you find us? You can find us on Instagram. That's where we reside and are most responsive and have like wicked sort of convo with our fans. That's Instagram.com/Tigercub, Tigercub twice. And across all social media, you'll find us at /Tigercub, Tigercub twice, or Google it. And I got turned on to the Tigercub Reddit fan community, which is pretty rad. It's small but punchy. There's only like 300 members, but everyone shares like I don't know guitar tunings and tabs and different things like that, trivia, whatever. Seems like a laugh if you're up for that sort of thing. So yeah,
Love that. I don't get that many people that mention their Reddit page, so that's awesome.
yeah, I'm just creeping on it, stalking it.
Now, are you on there as yourself or are you on there as another person?
No, to be honest, I don't really use Reddit. I just got someone told me about it, and I just like went on it and was like, "Oh, bloody hell! There's all of this stuff. This is great." You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome.
Yeah,
Get to be the full on lurk over there. That's cool.
yeah.